Took it out of the fridge about 40 minutes before cooking. It's a strip loin cut and has some big pieces of fat on it. I cut off one of the bigger chunks and then pat dried the steak. I seasoned it with a simple salt and pepper on both sides. Then I threw in the piece of fat, and I should have just left it there to render out, but I was having too much fun sliding it around the carbon skillet. I seared off the fat side first and then laid it gently down like putting a baby in a cradle. Probably not a good analogy while cooking, but it's the best I can come up with right now. I wanted to make sure I got a good sear, so I pressed down on the steak for as long as my hands allowed. I'm actually surprised at how long I was able to hold it down without crying. Then it was time to flip it. Pretty dang proud of that sear. I cooked each side for a minute and a half and then flipped every minute until it was cooked to my preference. The piece up top was kind of awkward since it was mostly fat, but there was also meat. I took it off the heat to rest and noticed one thing I could have done better was render off this piece of fat. I cut into the steak, and isn't it just beautiful? It just melted in my mouth and it wasn't overly fatty. 10 out of 10, I would eat this again. And I was a little worried cooking it because it is a more expensive cut of meat, but I'm glad it didn't ruin it.